The number one pound for pound fighter on a lot of the writers' list, the monster Inoue. He got a big fight coming up with Stephen Fulton, another pound for pound fighter. But y'all remember, the first fight between Stephen Fulton and Inoue, it got pushed back. We didn't really know why it got pushed back, but now we know the real reason why it got pushed back. But it had to do with Inoue refusing random drug testing. We're gonna talk about it in this video, but before we do that, make sure that you hit my like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subbed to the channel. First thing first, I want to give a shout out to Sean Zytel of Fight Hype for putting this news on the forefront when nobody else was talking about it. So shout out to Sean. Now, we all know that the monster Inoue and Stephen Fulton, they were supposed to have a fight way back in May, but the fight got pushed back. A lot of people didn't even know why it got pushed back. I think it was some excuse or some type of injury, but this is the real reason why the fight got pushed back. Now, a lot of y'all don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? If you like a fighter, you don't give a damn. If somebody brings out the truth on them, you get to crying and talking about we trying to sabotage them. No. So this is for the people that want to know the real truth. I know a lot of people, they gonna be putting money on Stephen Fulton. But hey, you need to know this before you go putting your money on Stephen Fulton. Now, I want to bring this to the forefront just like Sean Zytel did, because people need to know about this information. And they're over there covering things up in Japan and all these other countries. And these fighters, man, they taking a major risk when they go to these other countries and fight these well-known fighters that are looked at as gods in their country. And the monster, he is looked at as a god in Japan. You know what I'm saying? He's the top fighter over there, and everybody bowed down to him. And from what I heard people saying, like, he's a real live diva over there. He get what he want, he do whatever he wants, and like they roll out the red carpet for him anywhere he go. He is him over there. He is the guy over there in Japan. And a lot of people wondered, like, man, Inoue's moving up all of this weight. I believe he's moving up 2 weight classes after previously moving up multiple weight classes. He moving up, several weight classes to face Stephen Fulton. And people are like, man, you usually don't see that in boxing like that. You rarely see things like this happen in boxing. So it's like, man, a lot of people were fishy about it in the first place. And I know the first thing that y'all gonna say listening, oh, well, Jermell Charlo, he just moved up 2 weight classes to face Canelo. He moving up 2 weight classes. I mean, after already previously moving up 4 or 5 weight classes, or however many weight classes that Inoue has already moved up. And I've already heard stories about Inoue when he fought Nonito Donaire. Nonito Donaire came out and he said it was a big issue with the gloves when he went over there to fight Inoue in Japan. So this is nothing new. But this is the deal, right? Inoue, the fight was pushed back, like I said, because Vada came to test Inoue and he got pissed off, like the diva that everybody say that he is. He got pissed off and he started like giving them crap, saying that he wasn't gonna test, and they was like, well, it's random testing, and he didn't like them coming to test him. So he refused it, and they eventually postponed the fight and pushed the fight back to a later date per his request. That's what really happened. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play this audio from Sean Zytel, and I'm gonna let him break it down for y'all, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk about how I feel about this situation.
Yeah, extremely suspect that Inoue was bitching and complaining about getting random tested. And Inoue is an arrogant man from what I've dealt with him. I've got to interview him here in the States. I'm a big fan of him as a fighter. But he is a little arrogant, and he is a little bit used to having his way and having his ass kissed and treated like a king at home in Japan. So he showed that entitlement when Vada was like, yeah, it's random. What the do you think is the point of us testing you? Of course it's random. And he bitched about it, and then the fight got moved to a later date. So that is suspect. Yeah, this is at the top levels of professional sport. Nothing surprises me. And
now, right off the bat, let's just keep it a buck. If someone comes to me and asks me to take a random drug testing for millions of dollars, if I know I don't have anything in my system, I'm like, okay, where you want to do it at? Where you want to stick me at? Go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with them doing it because I know I don't have anything in my system. If they ask me to take a random drug testing and they say, hey, we're going to pay you millions of dollars if you pass this random drug test, right? And I know I have something in my system, I'm going to do everything that I can to stall them off, to make them look like that they are doing me wrong, to make them look like that they're interrupting what I have going on, that they shouldn't be able to come and test me whenever they want to. I'm going to make every excuse in the world. You know why? Because I have something in my system. Now, it's not like he just started fighting yesterday. He knows that Vada does random drug testing. Now, if he did know, this means that he's never been random drug tested before. You know what I'm saying? That he's been over there in Japan fighting his whole career, and they've been letting him get away and do whatever he wants to do. Now, the one time that they tell him, hey, you got to be drug tested and it's random, so we can come and test you whenever we want to, whenever we feel fit, he have a problem with it and he throws a fit, and then they eventually have to postpone the fight, all because he didn't want to get random drug tested. What is he hiding? That is the question. What is he hiding? Because a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, that doesn't mean anything and you can't accuse him, and y'all going to make a million excuses for him because it's a fighter that you like or it's a fighter that you love. I don't care who it is. If you acting up like this because they want to drug test you, you have something to hide. Point blank, period. You got something to hide. If this was Deontay Wilder, if this was Errol Spence, if this was Terrence Crawford, if this was anybody else, the tone would be different. But because it's Inoue, right? He's painted as a good guy, you know. They painted him in the media over there as being a beloved guy with a good boy image. That don't fucking matter. The media can paint you in whatever light they want to paint you in, because they have that control over the audience watching. And so, yeah, I absolutely think that he did have something in his system where he didn't want to get drug tested because he knew he was going to pop dirty, so he made a fit about it. Yeah, that's what I feel. Absolutely. Now, do I have 100% evidence and proof? No, I don't. But you know, to me, common sense is common sense. Why did you have a problem getting drug tested? Why did you throw a fit if you didn't have nothing to hide? It is what it is, y'all. Now, like I said, that is my opinion. Y'all can have your opinion on it, however you feel about it. But this is the way I feel about it. And so, like I always say, these fighters, they got to be very, very, very careful going over to Japan and these foreign countries, fighting these fighters where they are loved and worshipped like a god in their countries. It's not like it is over here in America, you know. They treat them different, you know what I'm saying? They gonna ride for their people over there 1,000%. And they gonna do everything they can to let you get away with whatever they want to get away with it, and to make sure that you come out with a W, especially over there in Japan. You know what I'm talking about? Especially over there in Japan and foreign countries like that. In the UK, you go over there in UK and get a fair win. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. But in Japan, it's different. And so, you know, I'm just telling people, before you go put your money on Stephen Fulton, think about everything that's going on. You know, Stephen Fulton, he got a lot riding against him, but to me, he's the better fighter. Let's see what happens. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all of this. Drop a comment in the comment section. I want to hear from y'all. Make sure that you hit my like button. You know, I know a lot of y'all haters ain't gonna hit it, but if you ain't no hater, make sure that you hit my like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subbed to the channel, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.